dontae'a.com, aka Mr. Holla at your motherfucking boy. So Errol Spence, a few days ago, I believe he mentioned that a fight with Terence Crawford is in the future. He mentioned that he'd be interested in that fight later on down the road. And I think that I think a lot of us suspected this. I think a lot of us had a good idea that this fight would be happening one way or another. You know what I mean? A lot of people have Terence Crawford pegged as the best in the division at 140 pounds. Granted, he still hasn't fought Julius Indongo, but a lot of people have him as the best in the division. And the same could be said about Errol Spence. A lot of people feel like Errol Spence is the best at 147 pounds, even though he's yet to prove that. Still hasn't gotten into the ring with Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, a lot of the top guys at welterweight. But a lot of people do have him as the best in the division. So a lot of people suspect that a Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight is destined. A lot of people do believe that, you know what I mean? Whether that is at a catch weight between 140 and 147 pounds, or whether that's at the full 147 pound weight division. Okay, so, my thoughts about this is just that, I just like the fact that Errol Spence is willing. He's made it clear on multiple occasions that he's willing to fight the best fighters, period. Okay, the best fighters, period. Terence Crawford, no matter what weight division he fights at, he's going to be a difficult matchup for anyone. The sheer versatility of Terence Crawford makes him very difficult to fight. And the fact that Errol Spence is willing to step into the ring with someone like a Terence Crawford at this stage in his career, because he just became champion. Okay, we're talking about somebody who just won his first belt, who's yet to see those really, really, really tough fights in the division. At this point, calling out probably, I don't know, Terence Crawford pound for pound. After this Indongo fight, I could see Terence Crawford being pound for pound number one. Calling out a pound for pound number one, number two guy in Terence Crawford. It really says a lot about Errol Spence, what he's trying to do, what he's trying to accomplish, and that sort of thing. So much respect to Errol Spence. I still think that Keith Thurman wins in a fight. I think Keith Thurman edges out a fight with Errol Spence. But like I said, I got a lot of respect for the dude. I think that the dude will make some waves in boxing, period. I'm going to do another video entirely about Errol Spence, because I think Errol Spence can be good all the way up to 168. But I'm going to do another video about Errol Spence. But for this particular video, I want to talk about the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. So what a lot of people are missing, a lot of people, I think, some people talk about this, I shouldn't say that, but I think what a lot of people don't realize is that this fight isn't as far away as you think it is. It's really not. If Terence Crawford beats Julius Indongo and becomes undisputed, I think his next fight, or the fight after that, is at welterweight. Okay? And if that's the case, if a few fights after Indongo he's at welterweight, that puts him right in contention for all of the belts. Because if he's the undisputed champion, Terence Crawford is number one, number two in all the sanctioning bodies. Okay? All of them. Okay, which puts him right in line to fight whoever the king of that division is. Okay, if it's Errol Spence, then that's Errol Spence. Okay, so this fight is actually not as far away as a lot of people might think. It's really not. It's actually right within grasp. It's right there. You know what I mean? So, just something to consider, the fact that we could be getting a fight of this magnitude relatively soon. And, it's just really good, man. Boxing is just really good right now. These two guys, and you know what? Errol Spence don't give a fuck about that whole top rank shit. He don't give a fuck about that, which is also good, because a lot of them top rank guys, they don't want to fight anybody on PBC side, man. They don't want no work. Guys like Timothy Bradley, they just keep to themselves. But he don't care about that top rank shit, and I don't think Terence Crawford cares about any of that shit either. They just want to fight, man, and that's all we really want to see as boxing fans. I just like the idea of this fight. I feel that this fight is gonna happen. I feel like it's destined, and that's no matter what happens. Honestly, even if Errol Spence loses his next fight, or Terence Crawford loses their next fight, they're both gonna be pillars to me in boxing, and will eventually see each other. And I mean, I think the quickest road is of course if they both keep winning. But I think eventually they'll see each other one way or another, and it will make an epic fight no matter what happens. All right. So let me know your thoughts about this shit. Hit it up in the comment section below. You could also hit me up on Twitter, Box capital X or capital X Die. You could also hit me on Facebook, Box -sign or -sign Die. Like the video, subscribe, all that bullshit. But until next time, it's your buddy Dynamite signing out. Holla at your motherfucking boy.